giant steps are what you take. Walking on the moon. I hope my leg don't break. Walking on the moon.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Brad, and with me, as always, is Jamie, and this is Race Car Spelled Backwards, episode 87. Jamie, how the heck are you doing, my friend?
Tired.
That's terrible.
Well,
Turd.
late last night, watching some racing.
Up all night.
Watching some racing.
Up all day.
Working. Watching some racing.
That was great.
I think we gave our customers the race of a lifetime.
Ultimate package.
Yeah, that was...
Like, thank you, Marcus Smith. Let's just start this show off right. Thank you, Marcus Smith.
I'm not going to thank you.
I thank you, Marcus Smith.
You
made the decision to reconfigure Atlanta, and you turned it into the best race in NASCAR history.
Well, apparently under one of my flaws from our psychological testing for work, I don't apologize, but I'm just going to say congratulations.
Congratulations, Marcus.
Good job.
Dude, it was this.
Kudos to you.
As of right now, Jeff Gluck poll is at 95%. Yes, it was a good race. Last week at Daytona, he had a record number of votes for 31,000. So far this week, 37,000 people have voted.
My question is, the 5% that didn't think it was a good race.
Where were they at?
I think they're F1 fans. They're like, hold it, that's too much action.
That was way too good, guys.
Oh my
Can y'all
goodness.
tone it down a little bit?
Yes.
It was, words
The
can't
winner
express.
should have won by 5 laps.
You can't express in words what we saw yesterday.
I went home and watched it again.
It's just, like I said, you can't put it in words. I have not been that excited
3 wide
leaving a NASCAR Cup race since Dale Jr. won at the race at Talladega, which was my son's first race. That's the last time I left a race as excited as I left last night.
Literally 3
and Daniel
inches made the
Sorass won.
And you know what?
I didn't care.
Congratulations. Good job.
Way to go, Sorass.
Kudos to you, too.
I mean, yeah, nobody understood his victory lane interview. But
What do you think
it doesn't matter.
What do you think he said when he was pedal to the floor, 2 next to him? Do you think he went, "Oh, Chihuahua! Oh, Chihuahua!"
I don't know how they held on. Like, it was just,
what the heck?
it was just amazing. Like,
You know what, though?
10 out of 10. I give it a 10. A 10. A 10, Miss Davis. A 10.
You know what, though?
What?
Kudos to
That's
Kyle Busch. You know why?
Wow. Because it didn't
He
wreck.
could have just done this to win. Boom, boom.
I think he would wreck too, though.
It was...
I didn't want to see that. What we got. You
can't do it.
You couldn't have scripted a better
We're not
day.
going to see it ever again.
Maybe not.
Ever.
I think
Ever.
I do think this track, I pray, please God, don't let this track wear out and change. Because what we had Saturday was not that good.
No, let it chew it some tires. I want flats. Same
Sure.
racing with flats.
Yeah, you won't get that. You won't get the same racing with flats. And it did have tire wear yesterday. So they did say there was some tire wear. So let's jump into some Xfinity driver spotlights.
You can't even go to Xfinity. Oh, well, NASCAR own that. NASCAR.
We're going to do an Xfinity driver spotlight on Jesse Love, and then we'll jump into talking about the race from this weekend. But Jesse Love, 19 years old. He was born January 14th, 2005, Jamie, in California. 2005. Does that make you feel old?
He's younger than my youngest.
He's 19 years old, so yes, he's definitely younger.
You know what?
He's 2 years older than my son.
You know what? He
Wow,
finally has
so
learned that NASCAR will screw you.
Look, Jesse Love, this is his second Xfinity
That was his race.
That was his second Xfinity
They
race.
stole it.
In that number 2 car. Yeah, NASCAR stole it, but that's what NASCAR does. So Jesse Love, 19 years old. He was born Jesse Hammer Love Jr.
Hammer time!
He's a junior Hammer. Little Hammer. I wonder if that's his. You got Little Hammer. You got Little Gator. I wonder if you got Little Hammer.
Gator Baiter.
No, wrong show.
With a hammer.
That's the other show. Jesse Love currently holds the record for youngest winner ever in an ARCA West Series and the youngest driver to win a NASCAR sanctioned event at 15 years old.
Do you think he would have been the youngest winner of an Xfinity had he won? Had they not stolen it from them?
Probably not. Jesse won the ARCA West Championship in 2020 and in 2021, and he won the ARCA Series Championship in 2023. He started racing at 5 years old in quarter midgets, winning multiple championships before he was 10 years old.
I was just learning how to walk at 5.
No kidding. At the age of 13, he became the first to win multiple USAC championships in 3 different divisions in 1 year. Love also drove in the Legend Car Series in 2018, winning 5 out of the 8 races that season. Dude, this kid's the future of the sport. I mean, he's 19 years old. He's driving the number 2 Chevy Camaro for Richard Childress Racing in the Xfinity Series. He's going to be around for a while, and he's got a personality.
Well, at least his dumbass teammate won.
He's got a really cool name, too.
But
Jesse Love. I didn't know his middle name was Hammer. Like, has somebody told Brett this?
Hammer Love.
Have somebody told Brett Griffin this? I mean, his name is Jesse Hammer Love Jr.
Oh, we might hear
He's Little Hammer. The Little Hammer of Love.
Wee Man Hammer.
Wee Hammer. Wee Hammer. He's got a wee little hammer. A wee hammer. That's maybe a nickname I don't want to get into. So we were talking briefly about the truck race and the Xfinity race.
How about that convertible? They made it during the race. You think they were cheating it up?
So on the broadcast, apparently for like 10 laps, they were watching this roof just bounce in the air. They knew it was going to come off. Like, why didn't they black flag him? Why did they let the roof fly off?
Because NASCAR needed a caution when they wanted a caution.
NASCAR missed opportunities to call cautions this weekend.
Well, they should have called more cautions during the Xfinity race, and they refused.
You know, for such a good race weekend, or for such a good race Sunday, the only black eye of the whole race was the NASCAR sanctioning body.
They ought to change Xfinity to USAC.
You suck? Because that sucked.
A bag of sack.
So Kyle Busch wins the truck race. I didn't think the truck race was that bad of a race. I mean, they kind of got broke up into.
They got broke up
into different packs, spaced out.
Like you and your fourth grade girlfriend.
Me and my
got broke up.
We got broke up.
We got broke up. She didn't give me no Valentine's Day card, so I left her.
It was 3rd grade, by the way. But yeah, the truck series race, they got spread out a little bit. Reminded me of old Atlanta. Heck, the Xfinity race reminded me of old Atlanta, which I don't think that these guys are. Xfinity and truck are not capable of super speedway racing at the level that Cup drivers are. So I think it's all right that it got. But I don't think you can call the Xfinity and the Cup and the truck series super speedway style racing at Atlanta because it wasn't. It didn't look like it. It didn't feel like it. Nothing about it reminded me of Daytona or Talladega. So how do you call them super speedway races then?
Super speed races are for cars going faster.
So does that make Austin the God Hill the winner of a super speedway race at Atlanta, or does Austin the God Hill only be the winner of a regular Atlanta 1.5 mile track?
I'm not sure I'm going to give God credit for this. That's NASCAR giving them a win.
Yeah, I think so.
They just
let's talk about that.
Jesse Love win.
The Xfinity Series really, really proved the NASCAR is inconsistent. You had Justin Allgaier dead stopped at the end of pit road with 2 laps to go.
Caution.
NASCAR throws the green flag still and doesn't throw a caution for it. He's sitting there unsafe.
No caution.
There's no wall between pit road and the track to protect Justin Allgaier. Say they come off turn 4, wad them up, 15 cars go sliding, they hit a stop Justin Allgaier.
Oh, there was a wad involved.
He's going to die.
A wad of cash. So, Austin Hill's daddy gave a wad of cash.
They should have thrown a caution coming to the green flag, or they should have called off the green flag and just ran it around. Let those guys run out of gas. Get them off the dang track. Instead, we got cars stopping all over the track.
What was with the NASCAR 8 laps under caution when we know they were going to run out of fuel?
Because it's the NASCAR sanctioning body. Race control is run by NASCAR.
Did you see that last caution? I mean, we're 10 minutes under caution, and then they finally decide to pick debris up.
NASCAR struggles at running a fantasy league, much less a real professional sporting league. NASCAR doesn't even talk to their team owners. You think they're going to produce a quality race? These race control sucks.
Well, we saw one.
Absolute sucks. There's no other way around it. What we got Sunday was you couldn't have screwed that. Race control couldn't screw Sunday
tried,
up.
Probably, but
they did try. They missed a caution flag with William Byron. William Byron, Michael McDowell, wreck coming to pit road. Wreck. I mean, they're sideways on the track. NASCAR not wanting to screw up a green flag pit cycle because it happens, NASCAR. It happens. It's okay. It's happened before in history. 75 years of racing. You've had to throw a caution in the middle of a green flag pit stop.
I think they're trying to influence the winners.
They're trying to manufacture crap, and it sucks. Stop manufacturing.
And we were completely organic at the finish line.
Well, luckily for us, Atlanta Motor Speedway has a track with the next-gen cars. They were built for each other. Next-gen car, Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Well, it was accidental.
Match.
I mean, let's not say they were actually built for each other.
They were. They didn't know it at the time.
Right.
But when God invented them, too, it was for each other. God don't make accidents, son. He knew what he was doing. We didn't know what he was doing, but he knew. Next gen, Atlanta Motor Speedway reconfiguration.
I ain't disagreeing with you, Brad.
Married. Happily married.
I ain't disagreeing with you.
But I still, hands down, best race I've ever seen. Best race I've ever been to. I mean, I can't say it enough. Talladega and Daytona don't put on this kind of show. I think that extra 1 mile in there allows these drivers to get spread out. Never once yesterday did they get single file and ride the wall. Never.
Dude, they went 4 wide and didn't wreck.
I know. They ran 3 wide, multiple laps.
Did not wreck.
Never once did it. And I mean, like I said, they had 48 lead changes yesterday. I mean, we go back last weekend to Daytona. Usually they race for 10 laps at a super speedway. They'll run for about 10, 15 laps. Then they'll break up into 2 rows, and they'll run side by side for 490 miles, or they'll run the top groove front and back for 490 miles, and then they'll race for the last 10 miles. Now, yesterday, I mean, from lap 1, even they had a green flag pit stop, and everybody caught back up, and they put on a good race to the end of the stage. So, Jamie, does this now make NASCAR the hottest ticket? I mean, not NASCAR. Atlanta, the hottest ticket in NASCAR?
We better, I think we're going to have to take our customers back.
Oh, no doubt. Or I'm going back for sure, with or without a customer, but I'm pretty sure they're going to want to go back.
They never seen it. I mean, my customer called me this morning and said, I still can't believe what we saw last night.
But does this make it the hottest ticket in NASCAR?
You know, if I just watch Netflix, you know, a little show, little drama of NASCAR, and I tuned in for this race, was my first race where I decided to tune it in, I would be going, oh my God! Oh my God!
Have you watched the Netflix documentary yet?
I watched the first episode.
I haven't watched any of it. I need to. I keep saying I'm going.
Well, you're already a fan. What's the point?
I feel like the Netflix documentary for me is going to be stuff I already know.
Probably.
But I still need to watch it. I plan on watching it. I just haven't.
I mean, I found out Denny's got a helicopter.
I'm not a big fan of TV, so it's not hard.
Not really TV. It's streaming.
It's still on TV.
It's different.
I watch racing, and that's about it. I don't really like. Me and my wife watch a bunch of stupid shows on TV. They're pointless, but like.
You can't say that on here. Your wife might see it.
It's not that I don't like them.
He said your shows are pointless.
They are pointless. It's like do-it-yourself shows. I enjoy them, but they're just like pointless shows. I'm not going to build a house off the grid in the middle of the woods somewhere underwater.
Why not?
Because I don't want to live underwater.
Trump and Biden are going to team up and get us.
Do you want to live underwater?
Well, Trump and Biden's going to tag team and get us both.
That still didn't answer my question.
They're going to get us.
Do you want to live underwater, Jamie? Equate to Trump and Biden are going to
regulations.
It's still.
You can't live underwater. Were you going to grow gills?
We still haven't got a straight answer.
Are you going to grow gills?
You can get.
Can you breathe underwater?
Brad Keselowski's sponsored by Build Your Own Submarine Company.
They got to come up for air. They got scrubbers.
You could live underwater
for a limited amount of time.
When you live in your house, you don't stay in it all the time.
With a snorkel.
You can still come up.
Do you got gills? You just brought in God for the Atlanta racetrack. Where's your gills?
I didn't say you.
God didn't give you no gills. You ain't got none.
Daniel Suarez.
Is it hidden under there? Under your beard?
Daniel Suarez.
I didn't see no gills.
Okay.
I didn't see no gills.
Ain't got no gills.
They ain't turned red yet either, and we'll keep going.
Daniel Suarez wins Atlanta by a margin of .003 in a 3-wide battle off turn 4 that will go down in history as one of the greatest finishes of all time. Do you think that was one of the greatest finishes of all time? And if not, can you tell me which finish was better than that?
Brad, that was the most amazing finish I've ever seen in my life.
The only finish I can think of that would even come close to that's Ricky Craven and Kurt Busch at Darlington.
Yeah, I'm more thinking Kevin Harvick's finish because it was sad and happy at the same time.
Jeff Gordon and Kevin Harvick at Atlanta?
Yep.
That was a close finish, too. I think Talladega has the closest margin of victory.
And then he paid his respect to Earnhardt after he won. I mean, that was...
So I think this definitely goes down as top 5.
I'm going to say number 1.
I don't know. I still think Kurt and... I mean, they raced for like 4 laps, rubbing the wall. Kurt and Ricky Craven.
I don't care.
So...
I wasn't there. Were you there?
No, so I'm glad I was there. I'd hate to be the poor fella who got drunk and passed out during stage 3.
We rode the elevator with him. He was hitting the alarm all the way down.
That was Saturday. No, I mean Sunday. I'd hate to be the drunk guy who missed the end of the race because I was too drunk to remember it.
I saw a few drunk ones.
You know, Trackhouse, they're like the team of amazing finishes. You had Ross Chastain with the Hell Melon at Martinsville. You had SVG in his first race, winning the first ever NASCAR street course race in Chicago.
What, didn't Chastain finish top 10 yesterday? Was he 9th?
He was 7th. I was waiting on him to wreck somebody all day.
I told you, that's because I'm rooting for him.
I told y'all Chase Briscoe was going to wreck somebody.
I got me my Shane Van Gisberg t-shirt.
Gisberger, he finished, what, 3rd Saturday?
3rd?
Yeah, that's not bad.
The dude ain't used to turning left.
I want to see what he does Saturday at Vegas. Is he racing in Vegas? I would look at the entry list, but NASCAR likes to wait till the day before to publish that instead of the week
before. They got
before.
started in 1949, and their technology's kind of stuck there.
They're probably on Mincron.
I mean, did you see how hazy the photo finish was?
It was rough, wasn't it?
I mean, come on, guys.
They had a guy down there with his flip phone.
Oh, I got
it.
I thought he took a Polaroid and he was going, all right, a few more minutes. We're getting there. I can almost see it.
Bob was down there with a Polaroid camera. No, I think it was fuzzy because of the speed, and they had to slow it down. And that would be Fox's fault, right? Not NASCAR. At least they showed us the video.
So we can take a picture of a rocket at SpaceX going up into space at 24,000 miles per hour, but we can't do cars doing 170?
Correct.
It makes no sense.
Nothing makes sense with NASCAR and Fox.
Marcus.
It's not Marcus's fault.
Marcus, you fixed the track.
Now fix NASCAR.
Well, no, he can get a camera. Why not put the little Fox gopher underneath so we can watch?
They got rid of that gopher.
Well, about time they got. This is the one race they needed it.
Bring the gopher back to Atlanta for September.
Just finish line only. I want his head to pop up.
I mean, like you said a minute ago, not only did we have 3-wide racing, yesterday Austin Cindric said, hold my beer and watch this. He took it 4-wide.
Dude.
And they didn't wreck. That was what was amazing. They went 4-wide into turn 1.
The whole of Club 1 gasped when he did that.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you could hear a pin drop. We're like, I mean, there was a couple of people that went, oh my God, he's 4-wide in the corner.
It was crazy.
And then everybody shut up.
You could feel the whole building shaking from the energy from the stands yesterday. It was insanity.
It was phenomenal, man.
It was electric. I'll say that. It was electric. And guess what?
It was still going on as everybody walked to their car. Strangers. We saw this idiot drunk dude. He picked up one of those orange cones and wore it like a wizard. And he looked back at Thomas and me and said, can you believe that? And I said, what? That you're dumb enough to put an orange cone on your head in front of a cop and wander off? He said, no, the race.
Those cops weren't paying attention. No offense to police officers out there, but if you're asked to direct traffic.
You're not that important to your county.
No, it was Georgia State Patrol. Georgia State Patrol yesterday. We're trying to get out of the parking lot yesterday, and we can't. It ain't moving. So we end up cutting through a field and doing a 33-car merge at the exit like everybody else was doing, which is why the line's not moving. One Georgia State Patrol officer standing there directing traffic, watching Netflix on his phone.
You might even watch the finish.
Watching Netflix on his phone. He wasn't a race fan. He was an idiot.
Well,
if you're going to direct traffic. Don't stand there. People were honking at him. He didn't care. He just I'm watching a movie, y'all. Y'all figure this parking lot thing out on your own. I'm a dream crusher.
I'm going to give praise. There was
Zero
a
praise
blonde-haired
State Patrol.
Blonde-haired female police officer from Clayton County, where we exited. She stopped the traffic because she could see how awesome my car was. And I think she was attracted to me.
I think it was Thomas.
I winked at her. And I took the top down. And I think she was like, oh my God. Guys, hot.
I highly doubt that.
You can ask Thomas.
I highly doubt it.
Thomas didn't hear our conversation.
She must have been a blind, deaf mute.
And then she blew her whistle and went, tweet! And she stopped traffic. And she said,
Grandpa, come on.
You can pull on in. Sweetie pie.
You can get on out of here, Grandpa.
Sweetie pie.
Dementia Joe, come on.
And then I said, thank you. And she saw my wedding band.
She
pulled out her Glock and started firing.
She said, you boomer.
I disappointed her so much. I'm not a boomer.
She said, you old boomer, come on through.
I ain't a boomer.
Come on through, boomer.
I'm an Xer.
Come on through.
An Xer.
Who was president when you were born? Lincoln?
I don't know. I was born.
William Taft.
That guy went to jail. Nixon.
Who was oh man. Lyndon
the first
B. Johnson?
president I remember
Johnson
was the guy 2 presidents after Nixon.
Kennedy.
No.
You remember Kennedy?
Carter.
Did you vote for Kennedy?
Because, no. I'll vote for this Kennedy.
Oh, you dang boomer.
Boomer?
Yeah, what Atlanta?
Where did you get boomer from?
What was cool at Atlanta is you could watch.
Deal boy.
You could watch these guys struggling to hold onto the car every lap. I mean, the drivers had to work for it. Brad Keselowski said he was having more fun than has had at a restrictor plate or drafting track in a long time. Denny Hamlin said he had fun.
Speaking of people, doesn't he look like he needs some gills with his fish lips?
Brad? I've always thought that.
Hello there, Brad Keselowski.
I've always thought that about Brad.
He looks like a fish when you put the feet up on the fish bowl. Hey, Bill Submarine. I'm tired, man.
You ain't right.
I'm drunk tired.
I
ain't had nothing to drink, but I'm tired.
Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, when they wrecked yesterday, the crowd went crazy. Like, I don't know. I want to ask you this. Who do you think the crowd booed for more or cheered for more when they wrecked? Denny or Joey?
Joey.
Really? I felt like it was Denny.
Realistically, I feel like it was 50-50.
Yeah, it's close. Like, I think fans hate both of those
We
drivers.
had people cheering for Denny, too, though.
I was cheering for Denny. One of the few. And that poor lady behind me. That poor lady behind me, she's a...
You embarrassed yourself there, Brad.
I didn't embarrass myself. I was a little embarrassed, but not too bad.
This crap keeps up. I'm going to root for Joey Logano.
I said I wouldn't even root. I said I can't stand Austin Hill, and I wouldn't even. But I dislike Joey Logano even more. I said I'd pull for Joey Logano before. No, I wouldn't do that.
This lady had
I said
Logano leather high school jacket with Logano jumper pants.
I said I'd pull for Joey Logano before I pull for Austin Hill, and then I said no, I wouldn't do that. I can't stand Joey Logano. And my mother-in-law was like, yeah. And I look behind me. Yeah, she's got Joey Logano hat, jacket, shirt, pants,
I said,
socks,
way to go, Brad.
Shoes, contacts, earrings, face paint.
She had them tattooed on her butt cheek.
She might have been Joey Logano's mama's sister. Like,
I think so.
She was like, so bad the next day she showed up wearing.
Did you see? She had a tattoo of just his glasses, his weird square glasses on her wrist.
Did he? And it had the little toupee looking.
And then underneath it said tutu.
It had the toupee on it?
Yeah. It looked like freshly thrown grass seeds.
Somebody needs to tell these idiots on TV and the radio, quit using the term okie dokie or whatever, doocy do or whatever.
Okie-dokie?
Is that what Joey Logano likes to call the swap over? That's stupid. You sound like a bunch of 4-year-olds. Like, stop. Whoever said it on PRM broadcast yesterday, you should quit. Like, you no longer deserve to be on the radio.
But doesn't that refer back? I mean, this.
It sounds like a first grader, man.
Was that Muhammad Ali? He'd do this, the okie dokie, and then he would punch in the chin.
I don't know.
He'd watch his fist. He'd go, and you'd go.
That's something only you boomers know.
Boomer shit. There ain't a generation that hates the boomers more than the Xers.
Oh, man.
We listen to Nirvana. They listen to the Beatles.
Before the race started, I didn't even know this happened until yesterday evening when I got home. But before the race,
told you?
Joey Logano got sent to the back of the pack and had to do a pass-through penalty. And I was like, okay, cool. That's a great way to start the race. Do you know why he got sent to the back?
Oh, yeah, because his little
webbed gloves. That's brilliant, man. That is.
He was like covering up the hole between his net and his A-pillar.
He beat Michael McDowell at Daytona by like a fraction of a second.
You gonna burp there, Brad? Oh my God!
Thank you. He beat Michael McDowell by this much.
You think it was Ducky
I
that
do.
did it?
I think it was his webbed hands that did it. Had to have been. So NASCAR said he used unapproved gloves. He got sent to the back. And
what MIT graduate came up with that?
I guarantee it was his racing engineer. Somebody on that team.
Who would have thought? Get a glove. We're going to web it. And it'll be like a piece of polyester fiberglass. And we're going to fill that gap and you'll go 1,000th of a second quicker. Do you think they tested with it before?
Obviously
Put it
worked.
in the wind tunnel?
He started first in Daytona, second in Atlanta. You tell me it didn't work.
So they're going to give him like $500,000 fine?
I guarantee you he gets a fine tomorrow. Guarantee it. There's no way they don't fine him.
Well, good for him.
It's a safety. That's a safety thing. You cannot.
How? Why can't you have webbed glove?
Because the gloves are unapproved.
Unapproved by who? Jesse Love?
By Jesse Love. Jesse the Hammer Love.
Jesse Hammer Love.
By the Love Hammer. That's what I'm
what I'm going to call him. I would go by J Hammer Love.
I'm going to call him the Love Hammer.
J Hammer Love.
Coming to you live.
He can't even go to a bar to impress somebody.
Coming to you live from Detroit Rock City. Baby. Love Hammer Jr.
Ooh, I'm going to make you so happy in the morning. I'm Jesse Hammer Love.
Love Hammer.
The Love Hammer.
No, I think it's brilliant what Joey Logano did. I'll give him credit for that. Like, I don't think he did it, but somebody on his team came up with it. But
there's no way he did that himself.
Because they're not approved by NASCAR, that's a safety violation. So, according to their rule book, you get a penalty for a safety violation. There's no way around it.
I mean, you talk to him. NASCAR fans are so spoiled.
Spoiled fans. I used to live in one of the condos back when I raced legend cars. My daddy owned it.
My dad is rich, and I'm not. But now I am. Thank you, Daddy, and the mafia. His dad was a
I'm not going there.
Trash man.
Yeah, well, somebody has to pick up the garbage. Did you have Joey Logano? I mean, I don't think either one of us had Daniel Suarez in our playoff picks, did we?
No, I figured I would have picked his teammate before him.
I mean, second race. Now, it's still Atlanta.
I mean, dude, look at his teammate. Ross kept getting penalized. He's a top 10, 20 laps later.
That's how it was, though. I mean, you had Joey Logano.
Constant passing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Denny Hamlin was in two wrecks and still almost won the dang race. Kyle Busch spun out.
I mean, I thought Corey LaJoie might win at one moment. I mean, he was up there. Everybody was up there except for the guys.
Kenny Wallace almost won.
What happened to Christopher Bell and Tyler Reddick?
They were in that first wreck.
I mean, even Josh Berry had the potential to win. Yeah, but they didn't get repaired. Like, there was a bunch of guys in the first wreck.
Well, Josh Berry broke a toe link during that wreck.
Josh Williams broke his mullet.
What happened to Williams? Was he in that first wreck?
He was in the first wreck, and his mullet got sprung.
He was the only one that didn't come back.
No, when he went to pit road, he took his helmet off, and they realized his mullet was broken. They tried to put his helmet back on, and it wouldn't fit. So they towed him back to the garage. You saw that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool, though, that you had Denny Hamlin. It took 3 wrecks to take his car out. I mean, that's a testament to these cars.
Machine, dude.
It's a testament to these cars.
Denny's a machine, too.
I like Denny.
I don't know why he can't win a championship when he has that kind of drive.
He's going to win one.
It's this year or no year.
I think it's this year.
You think he wins? I mean, I want him to win a championship, but I don't think if he don't win it this year, I don't think he's going to.
So we're going back to Atlanta in September, Jamie?
Yeah. Well, I think our customers might demand it.
I think if If you live within driving distance of Atlanta Motor Speedway,
make it a destination.
You have to go. Like,
if you live in the Southeast,
Dale Jr. said if he's telling anybody what track to go to their first one, it's Atlanta. I think he means that more now than ever. Like,
if you live within 12 hours, 12 hours drive.
If you can afford to fly, and you live within 2 days,
if you're stinking rich,
I don't care what country you live in.
There's an airport right next to it for your Learjet.
You need to come to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Phenomenal race. We're going to Las Vegas this weekend.
Everybody's goes out.
Las Vegas should be a good race. I mean, the next gen car runs good on 1.5 mile tracks. So
it's been kind of
Yeah, I mean, at the end of last year. I hope it's good. We've started this season off. Daytona was okay, crappy average. Ending. NASCAR ruined it again. Blah 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 blah. But Atlanta got everybody pumped back up. So hopefully Vegas will keep people pumped up as well. Vegas will be Sunday at 3:30 p.m. It's going to be on Fox, the big channel, and PRN.
Maybe they should put 33-degree banking at Martinsville.
Hey, do you think they should take Texas and pave it like Atlanta?
Sure.
100%. Why would you not? I know there's people going, I don't think so. I think 6 super speedways is enough. You know what, guy? I don't care what you think. 8 won't hurt.
You didn't watch last night's race.
Look.
Sorry.
I don't think we can put Atlanta, Talladega, and Daytona in the same bucket. Daytona and Talladega go over here in this little bucket. You have Atlanta, the extreme track. Atlanta's going to be the best track. Atlanta now outshines the Daytona 500.
No, here's the problem. Think about it. You only have to have earplugs at Daytona at the start of the race or Talladega, because once they stretch out, it's just wait 20 minutes.
That's it. You could have a conversation in the stands there.
I mean, you might have a broken car with bare bone all over it, just, come putting by every
Benedetto comes by.
Yeah, Benedetto and his broken down Lamborghini.
You know the Wood Brothers.
Hey, what happened to him?
Wood Brothers are wishing they had Benedetto back right about now.
Well, he did pretty good yesterday.
Who, Harry Harrison?
Yeah, what did Harrison finish at?
I don't know, in the back.
No.
Where did he finish at?
Let's see.
7th. No,
yeah.
That's Ross Chastain. I was looking at start position.
Where'd you go? Yeah, we'll see in
I go to the bottom and work my way up. Because the chances of him being close
No, he did pretty good.
11th. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a miracle.
It's his best finish since he's been in Cup Series.
You know what they say, though. Even a broken clock's right twice a day. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
They're going to bring Benedetto back?
I doubt they're going to bring Benedetto back, but I do think.
I think Jesse Love's going to be driving it.
No, I don't think Chevrolet's going to let Jesse Love get away from him.
I don't think so?
No, I think Jesse Love's going to replace Austin Dillon.
What about Raja?
Raja Carew? He's going to Hendricks one day.
He's got a lifetime contract with him.
Or Spire, maybe.
Since he was 2 years old?
Yeah, that's it.
I think so.
That's what it is, Jamie. All right, we're going to Vegas, Jamie. Let's talk fantasy racing. Oh, I was going to ask you. So, if we change Texas to be more like Atlanta Motor Speedway, will we all be screaming to get the All-Star race moved back to Texas? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Like, we're all saying, please, God, don't run the All-Star race at Texas. We begged them to the point where they moved it to North Wilkesboro.
Think about it. This new car sucks.
It sucked at North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, I mean.
I want them to run the All-Star race at Atlanta now.
Yeah, they need to.
Yeah. Forget North Wilkesboro this year. Let's just run the All-Star race in Atlanta this year. But no, I think we repave Texas. It'll change. Texas Motor Speedway has sucked since the progressive banking and the different turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4 got happened. So I say we tear Texas down. We race at Texas in April, I think. When we finish at Texas, I think we start destroying it, and we'll have it ready.
No, we got to destroy it right now. Make it dirt.
Run it on dirt?
Run on dirt, then pave it.
Could you imagine? I think we run dirt straightaway and dirt dog legs with gravel turns.
I want over 30-degree turns.
Could you imagine Cup cars, late model dirt tracks sliding it in gravel through the turns? Just
that'd be awesome.
Sliding sideways.
I mean, dude, even at Talladega, I've been in the infield there and at Daytona.
Yeah.
You walk up to a turn, that's basically a wall.
Oh yeah, like that. If you've never been to Daytona or Talladega and stood on the track, go to the NASCAR Hall of Fame in Charlotte. They have
the progression of the different.
They have
tracks.
Simulated banking, and you can actually stand on it to know what it would feel like to be on that track.
And if you go there for pure racing history, drive out and see Richard Childress Racing Museum.
Best one. It's better than the Hall of Fame.
It's better than Hall of Fame.
If you are a NASCAR history buff. Now, if you're new to NASCAR, you'll probably like the Hall of Fame better because you don't know the past. But if you know anything about the Intimidator, the legend, the great Dale Earnhardt, number 3, you want to go to RCR because it is by far the coolest thing.
And there's not a lot of Dillon cars in there. They didn't win that much.
No, he's got like 4 cars.
There's like 60 Dale Earnhardt cars and
a bunch of Kevin Harvicks.
Yeah, and 1 or 2 Dillon cars.
And then Ty Dillon has a car
in the
in the
hallway
bathroom.
near the bathroom.
Yeah, he's when you go to the bathroom, you go left or
truck
right.
Win.
Well, I think they keep the toilet paper in his truck.
He's not even racing anymore, is he?
Ty Dillon is in the truck series now.
Wow. So he's backpack even there?
I think so.
So he's a backpacker.
He's a backpacker.
Huh.
Somebody's got to do it.
I didn't hear his name mentioned except maybe he didn't
run Sunday.
Maybe Saturday. I didn't hear him Saturday when they announced him.
But
when you're
if you don't do anything, nobody remembers you.
35th.
Nobody remembers you nobody remembers you if you do nothing.
I've got the attention span for the first 5 drivers, and if he's not in it, I'm not going to hear it.
The only way you can really be remembered if you're not going to win a lot is to wreck even more.
Well, he wrecks more.
Buckshot Jones. He's remembered for what?
Crashing.
Juan Pablo Montoya. One of his biggest moments he's remembered for.
Beautiful.
Hitting the jet dryer. So, it is possible to suck and leave a legacy.
Hey, hasn't I'm just going on Latino drivers. So Suarez has now won more races than Juan Pablo.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's progression, though. They have to get better, right?
Well, Suarez.
I went through
if you won last night the way he won, he might win 5 races this year. Dude, that would carry you the whole season.
They're going to have to put a new poster up in the diversity trailer at NASCAR.
Yeah.
Did you see the diversity trailer?
No, I avoided that one.
We went in there, and then we came back out. But we did go in and check it out. They had a cool thing on there for Lightning, the lady who did the ticket booth at Daytona.
What is this saying I hear chanted at all these protesters?
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, no, I thought it was if you're woke, you're broke. Or is it if you're broke, you're woke? Broke, woke, broke, or broke. There's something going on there.
Like a Jeff Bodine Trump rally. Hey, we went to Atlanta Motor Speedway and a Jeff Bodine Trump rally did break out. That is a fact.
I ain't praying to a man, though.
No, definitely not. All right, let's jump into fantasy. Last week, I finished with 2 points overall. Jamie finished with 1 point overall. So we got a point for whoever
won. Who gave me my 1 point? Honeyman?
I don't remember now. I don't remember.
All right, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't remember. But you got 1 point from somebody. No, it wasn't Honeyman. Friesen. I had Friesen in the truck. You had Purdy. That was who it was.
Oh, Purdy did it? The quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, I had I can't remember who I had in the Xfinity series now, but I won the Xfinity and the Cup, and you won the truck. So 2 points.
Well, yeah, Jeremy Clements.
Correct. So that gave me 2 points now overall. Jamie has 4 points overall. So it's 1 point per win. You can get up to 3 points a week. So, Jamie, I won last week. You get to pick first this week. Who are you going to take for the Cup Series?
Cup Series. I'm going with Josh Berry.
Josh Berry.
Yeah.
Cup Series. All right.
I thought he did pretty dang good.
I thought he did really good, and he had a shot. Yeah. I think he had a shot to win it if he didn't get caught up in that accident break. I mean, he didn't even look like he hit that hard, but he broke a toe link. So, all right.
He was aggressive.
You got Josh Berry. I'm going to go Chris Buescher.
That's a good pick.
I think Chris is going to be good. So, and Ford's, we'll see what Ford's have. I'm curious to see what Ford's got.
Ford had it last night until the end when Chevy took it away.
Well, said the same thing about Daytona until Chevy took it away.
Well, they did.
I think what matters is who finishes first, not who had it.
Well, that's how we keep track of things.
Xfinity Series, Jamie. Who are you going to take?
Xfinity. Let's see here. Oh, Malcolm. Frankie Munoz.
I was wondering what you were going to call
Malcolm in the middle.
Frankie Munoz.
I think he's got it.
I mean, he's definitely giving it the old sophomore try. That's for sure. I mean, can't fault the guy, right?
I like him.
I don't dislike him.
He loves it.
I'm all for it, man.
He's doing it.
Just brings more fans to the series. So
yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to go with Jeb Burton.
Ew.
Just don't care for the guy. I really don't. I don't know what it is about
the Burton children are way different than their parents.
Yeah, I liked Jeff Burton and I liked Ward. I really like Ward Burton.
I really like Ward. He talks.
Oh, boy, he's on the south side of the house. That's why I sound so much different than my brother.
I live out in the woods, and me took baths out in the creek when it was 20 below zero.
All I had to eat was catfish for a whole month.
Dead rat snake.
Ricky Boucher.
He tried to put his arm.
I think I put Ricky Bobby and Bobby Boucher together. You get Ricky Boucher.
We had to get naked out in the woods.
He's the NASCAR catch cam man, Ricky Boucher. All right, so you got Frankie Muniz. I'm going with Jeff Burton in the Xfinity Series, Truck Series. Jamie, who you taking?
Lawless Allen. I like that name.
Lawless Allen. That's almost as cool as Jesse.
Blackie Lawless. Remember
Jesse
Blackie Lawless?
Remember
Blackie Lawless?
No, I don't. Why? I should, though. Why do I know that name?
He's a heavy metal guy.
For who?
Back in the day.
I know the name. Was he like a VJ or something?
No, he was
Blackie Lawless.
Black Flag.
That wasn't heavy metal. It was punk.
Okay.
Wasn't Black Flag punk?
It was. Heavy metal punk.
I don't really know if I've ever listened to Black Flag. I've heard them. They were on some video games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I believe, but that was Anti-Flag. Isn't that a band too?
It's probably way before your time.
Isn't Anti-Flag a band?
Maybe he wasn't Black Flag.
We'll have to look it up later.
He had like a big old saw blade he'd put up his crotch when he's wearing his leather pants. You don't remember him?
Nope.
You don't remember Blackie?
Thank God I don't.
Come on, dude. How can you not remember Blackie?
All right, you're going for Lawless Allen. I'm going with Tanner Gray in the Truck Series.
Dude, that's like two different colors.
Tanner Gray?
Yeah, what's the deal
Lawless
with that?
Allen? Tanner's not a color. I guess it could be. Tan. I guess tan could be a color. Right?
There he is.
Or is that a shade? He looks scary.
You're a weird dude.
Heavy metal. Christian metal.
That's what he's doing now.
Oh.
He's found God.
Does it say what bands he was with?
Well, you can go to his career.
I don't want to read. It usually has a list. All right. Well, we've even looked up Blackie Lawless, and we still don't know.
Wasp. That's who he is with. Don't you remember Wasp?
No. I've heard of Wasp. Didn't they dress up, or is that Guar? Who knows?
They're weird, dude.
All right. That's all we got this week. Jamie, you got anything else you need to?
I got a review for us.
Oh, God.
Hotel review. This will make it mature.
Well, can't you, edit it? Like, what if Janet and Eric's son wants to watch?
Okay. We'll skip it then. We'll save it for a mature.
Oh, no. I know which one. You told me about it before the show.
Yeah, there's no, even if I use metaphors, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but as long as you don't say the one word, it'll be all right.
I don't want Jarek. Jarek too. Well, I mean, that's not his name, but he's half Janet, half Eric.
So we call him Jarek?
Jarek.
Or Anik.
Jarek sounds better.
Jarek sounds better. Jarek!
But Jarek, you saw your first race and your guy won. Good job.
Yeah, that was awesome. I think my highlight from Saturday was seeing his reaction to Kyle Busch winning the race. That was awesome. So I'm glad he got to witness it. As always, it's always great to see Janet and Eric. So I'm glad we got to see them.
And it was nice to meet you, Jarek.
And anybody who listens to the show, if you're ever at a race and we're there, by all means, let us know. We'd love to meet you. I mean, it's nothing better than meeting the people who listen to us every week. I mean, if you want to listen to us, we want to meet you because our wives don't even listen to us. So I like to meet anybody that
they don't listen to me. My wife doesn't listen to me, even off the podcast.
Neither does mine. Must be something with our dyslexia.
Must be.
I think we're idiots. All right. Thanks to everybody who listens to the show, watches, shares the show with their friends, follows us on social media. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you follow us on X. We're at Car Backwards. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, check out all
our
our
thumbs up like button. Do that.
Check us out on Spotify. Make sure to
Brad will
follow us there and rate us as well.
He'll just kind of ignore you and go, yeah.
Subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts and leave us a review and follow us on there, just like Brandon did. When you subscribe to our show on Apple Podcasts and leave us a review, it does help other people find the show. So we greatly appreciate every review you leave.
Yeah.
We should probably start saying it at the beginning of the show. I don't know how many people listen to the end of the show.
Probably none.
So send us a DM or email.
D-mail? What is a D-mail?
Send us a D-mail, man.
A D-pic.
You can
No, to Brad. I don't even have the password. To Brad. Send it to Brad.
No D-pics, please.
D-pic to Brad.
No D-pics, whatever you do.
Brad likes them.
His email address is james.fair.
I saw him at the urinal staring at himself long after he stopped peeing. Send it to him.
Our email address is racecarbackwardspod@gmail.com. Check out our newest show. It's Loose Cannons 44. You can find it on YouTube,
There won't be a
Spotify,
new episode this week.
Apple Podcasts, or YouTube Music. And there will not be a new episode
Apple
this
pie.
week. It will be next week. And other than that, check out our merch store. It's racecarbackwards.threadless.com. Really, that's all I got, guys. Y'all
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for listening, watching, and whatever you do. Keep it up.
Whatever you do, you keep doing you. That's
Be
all.
happy.
Don't worry.
Be happy.
Bye, y'all.